school to our third week of class. We're going to get into it right now. Hashtag Nass got class. Hashtag respectful, responsible, and safe. And that's the way we roll here at Washington Middle School. You're at home. I'm at home. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. We've got people distracting us. It gets difficult. It is a challenge. But I know every single one of you are up for this challenge. You are ready to get going. You are ready to do the work, to persevere, and to be responsible. And we're going to go this week. All right, our learning target today, I can apply my understanding of inverse operations so I can find mistakes in others' work. Let's think about that for a little bit. What are some key words there? Yeah, inverse operations. So what were the inverse operations? Inverse means opposite. Operations is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if we have the inverse, the opposite of addition, inverse. What is the opposite of addition? That's right, subtraction. Okay, say it out loud. What's the opposite of subtraction? It's addition. That's right, the opposite of subtraction is addition. The opposite of multiplication, yeah, it is division. And the opposite of division, we got multiplication. The inverse operation. We're going to find mistakes. So we're going to look at someone else's work, and we are going to find a mistake in that work today. Okay, so we have a problem right here. We've got n plus 3 equals 7. So I added 3 to step 1. I added 3 to both sides of the equation. So I've got the answer of n equals 10. All right, I would like you to pause your video now and decide, did I make a mistake on step 1 or step 2? All right, yes. So I made a mistake on step 1. So we can write mistake. And what was my mistake? That's right. The opposite of addition is not addition. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So instead of adding to both sides, I should have said n plus 3 minus 3 equals 7 minus 3. Because this positive 3 and this negative 3 cancel each other out. So I get n equals 4. And we can just check our work. If I did put 10 in for n, 10 plus 3 equals 7. Well, 10 plus 3 equals 13, not 7. Not going to work. If I put a 4 in, 4 plus 3 equals 7. Yes, that is correct. Let's do another problem together. Where did I make my mistake this time? Okay, yeah. So z minus 2.3 equals 6.5. Well, z minus 2.3 minus z. So I made my mistake again. Step 1 right here. We want to isolate the variable. Remember, we want to put the variable into quarantine by itself. And right here we don't need to subtract z from this side. Now z minus z does equal nothing. That's true. They would cancel each other out. But now I have negative 2.3 equals 6.5 minus z. I haven't helped myself out in getting here. So what would I do instead? The opposite of subtraction is what? That's right. It's addition. So z minus 2.3 So we're going to add 2.3 equals 6.5. And what are we going to do there? If we added 2.3 to this side, we need to add 2.3 to the other side. If we add to both sides, this negative 2.3 cancels the positive 2.3. They both cancel each other out. So we are left with z on this side of the equation. And 6.5 plus 2.3 is, well, 0.3 and 0.5 is 0.8. And we keep our decimal, and 6 plus 2 is 8. 8.8. We can check that out. 8.8 minus 2.3 does equal 6.5. Got our work there. Let's do another one. Let's do one with multiplication. Alright, so we have 6x equals 30. I took away 6 from both sides of the equation, and I got x equals 24. I want you to pause this video and think about and write down what my mistake was. Write a sentence. What do you think my mistake was? Okay, so what was my mistake? What sentence did you write? Did you write something like that? That's right, because Mr. Nass should have divided. Because we have 6x, which means 6 times x equals 30. We can't subtract. Subtraction is not the inverse of multiplication. Division is the inverse of multiplication. So, let's see if this would work. 6 times 24 equals 30. Is 6 times 24 equal 30? You can just know that for sure. That's definitely not right. 24 times 6, it's a whole lot more than 30. 4 times 6 is 24. And 2 times 6 is 12, plus 2 is 144. Definitely not 30. So 6x equals 30. So we're going to divide this side by what? Divide by 6. And if we divide the left side by 6, what are we going to divide the right side by? Divide by 6. 6 divided by 6 cancels each other out, and we are getting x on one side of the equation. And 30 divided by 6, well, we can go, how many times does 6 go into 30? 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. We have x equals 5. And that works. 6 times 5 equals 30. Let's do one more together. Right, now I'd like you to write down, what do you think my mistake was this time? What was my mistake? You can write down this problem and work on this at home. Now unpause your video. Where was my mistake? Did I make a mistake in step 1? No, I didn't. I did not make a mistake in step 1. 7, a multiple of 7 and a divisor of 7 does cancel each other out. So the inverse operation for division is multiplication. And if I multiply the left side of the equation, I need to multiply the right side. 4 times 7. Did I make a mistake in step 2? Yes, I did. Because 7 divided by 7 cancels each other out. So I get 1x, which is the same as x. But 4 times 7, does that equal 21? No, let's count by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28. 7 times 4 is 28. X equals 28. And does that work? Does 28 divided by 7 equal 4? Yes, it does. So I was wrong on step 2. Got some problems today. I'll work on those Make sure you write down everything as you go to work, and I will see you on the video tomorrow.